Hey guys, welcome back to Lions Sports Central. This is part 3 of our 4-part March Madness series. As you can see, my lovely, beautiful co-host Mickey not here today. So sad about that. So it's just going to be me talking to you guys about basketball, which is mostly what usually happens. Anyway. The biggest story this March Madness has been the lack of madness. There's really not been that many Cinderellas. Actually, there's been no Cinderellas. I mean, there's been a couple upsets, like Arkansas over St. John's with a big upset. And somehow the upsets that I picked did not pan out, and the upsets that did happen were the ones I didn't pick, like McNeese State and their manager, Amir Orakan, who I feel like has been shoved down my throat by every single media organization on the face of the earth that covers March Madness. They upset Clemson. I think BYU upset Wisconsin. But, I mean, if I can count the amount of upsets that happened on my hand, and they're not even that good upsets, they're predictable, or everyone thought they were going to happen, then it's not been that good upsets, you know what I mean? The only good thing about that is that means in the Elite Eight and the Final Four and even the Sweet 16, we are seeing elite basketball being played at every single game pretty much. The Elite Eight was all 1s and 2 seeds besides Texas Tech, who I really wanted to go to the Final Four, but they did not go to the Final Four because they basically gave the game away by missing a bunch of free throws and making a big mistake towards the end that could have given them a turnover and given a chance to win the game. But instead, Florida is going to the Final Four, and that was the first game of the Elite Eight. After that, Duke handled Alabama with about a 20-point victory. And Houston absolutely dismantled Tennessee. The only other pretty close game besides Florida and Texas Tech was obviously Auburn and Michigan State, which I had the pleasure of going to see my Auburn Tigers reach the Final Four. This is the first Final Four since 2008 and the second time ever that it's been all 1 seeds in the Final Four, so it's very, very rare. So if you've been watching ESPN recently, I've seen some takes that are absolutely egregious and downright disrespectful to the state of college basketball. I heard Stephen A. Smith say that the NIL and transfer portal will be the death of college basketball. Bro, what are you talking about? ESPN, the 1 month of the year that they cannot completely dominate sports coverage, why do you think they're talking so bad about March Madness? It's because they don't dominate sports coverage. Obviously, they're going to try to crap on March Madness as much as they can because they don't have the exclusive rights to it or whatever. And obviously going to talk about good about the college football playoff, even though it's more boring than March Madness has ever been. So I think this is just an extremely dramatic overreaction to 1 year where there weren't as many good games and weren't as many upsets or weren't as many Cinderellas. Also, bro, just in general, y'all need to quit complaining, bro. Like, you're watching the 4 best teams in the nation go at it and you're still complaining somehow. Like, bro, get over it. Now that my Final Four is completely busted besides the 2 teams I picked, which were Duke and Auburn, let me give you my final picks. So I don't think this is actually going to happen, but my pick is still Houston over Duke just because I think defense wins championships, and I don't want to play Duke in the national championship because I'm picking Auburn to also go to the national championship over Florida. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching this March Madness episode. The 4th episode is coming out next week where we talk about the national championship game and just our overall impressions of the tournament. And Mickey will be back, hopefully. So thank you for watching. Go Lions.